Shoot.
And the service is a little weird
can't
over here,
really.
but
What's up? Yeah, they ain't.
it's on.
It's on.
I believe so. Time going.
The red box, right?
It's on.
That's, I'll check it.
There it is.
Yep, I got you.
Let's want to get started, man. Oh, man. Boyfriend.
Yeah, service is a little weird.
That's all good. Let's get it. Hey, first and foremost, want to give all praise, all honor, all glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, YAHAWAH. Hey, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth according to the Bible through the Spirit and power of YAHAWASHI, and a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopeful elect Ikim out there, pushing His word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI has created us to do. So you can wake up and seal the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and you Israelites who are scattered amongst the heathen nations that may look like the heathen nations, but your father's seed line goes back to you being a so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American. One of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Shalom, it's your brothers from the GMS Denver camp coming back once again through the Spirit and power of YAHAWASHI with another video. And this time we're going to go into a pre-Passover lesson, man, before we partake in this solemn assembly. And this lesson is going to be based around some madness that was spewed from the leader or the head of one body in YAHAWASHI about no miracles taking place when our entire existence as Israelites is based on miracles. You see, going all the way back to the time of Adam and Abel being slain by Cain and Seth being raised up. That was a miracle to continue the lineage, so forth and so on, man. Just you go throughout these scriptures, all you see is miracles being done for the nation of Israel. And in these last days, you see, in the greatest time in our history, when the greatest tribulation in our history is about to come upon us, bro, the only way we're going to get up out of this is through miracles being worked through the Spirit and power of YAHAWASHI, man. You see these guys out here thinking that what we're doing is a trend, is a fad, it's just something to be seen in the sight of men. You see? It's just a fashion statement. No, this is not what it is, man. This is true life. And we're entering into a time where we're going to need great miracles to be worked on our behalf to escape the troubles that we're going to be facing, man.
God, if I could say, they need to put the Bible down.
God.
Because when you just look up miracles in the Bible, you got 27 verses from Numbers all the way to Revelation.
Come on, man.
So you can't say you believe in the Bible if you don't believe in miracles.
Somebody define that word miracle. Let's go into that word real quick.
I got you.
You got the word miracle?
Done.
Let's see what that says. You see, because at the end of the day, this is all about faith, man. As it tells you in Hebrews 11, faith, the just shall live by faith. That we shall walk by faith and not by sight. These dudes are trying to move off of how Esau thinks of logic. Or that's not scientifically possible. No, man, we dealing with the one true living power. We dealing with the Almighty, like YAHAWASHI said. There is nothing impossible for the Heavenly Father YAHAWAH. And that's the spirit that we're taking into this Passover, man. That's the spirit that we're taking into this solemn assembly. Not a spirit of doubt and unbelief and uncertainty. You see, we believe in everything that we read in these scriptures. You see, and that goes into believing in the name of the Most High. If you don't believe that the works that He did, you don't truly believe in His name, man, because that name comes with all the works that YAHAWASHI has done. You see?
And, that's the 11, what does it represent? Hypocrisy of the Pharisees. It said that, beware of, YAHAWASHI told the apostles, beware of the leaven of the Pharisees, which is
filthiness.
Hypocrisy.
And hypocrisy.
Yeah, which is a filthy abomination. Abomination means filthy acts, filthiness. And to be a hypocrite, just acting like you're a believer of YAHAWASHI, is an abomination. And that's what those men are saying. They're saying by them not believing. They
believe in YAHAWASHI, but they don't believe in. Come on. Man.
They don't believe in YAHAWASHI.
Come on, man.
Yeah, and that leaven.
Because he was proved by miracles that he was the Messiah.
Because then he said what? These things have not been done ever so in Israel. Till YAHAWASHI came on the scene and was doing.
They knew he was who he was. Why do you think Caesar put in 3 different languages above him on the crucifix, Right, King of the Jews.
Because they told him to
He
change
put it in Hebrew, Latin, and
Greek.
Greek. Because they told him to change the subscription to something else. He was like, no, keep it that. Right, keep it that.
He was
Mocking.
declaring.
Yeah,
this
he
is your
was
king.
like, this is the King of the Jews.
Right.
Con.
You see, you got that word.
Yeah, and I was just gonna say that leaven, with what we were just talking about, because what's another word for leaven is that yeast, which yeast is bacteria. You know, it's filthiness. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you have bacteria on your feet or some shit. That's some nasty shit. You know. So the word miracle is in Hebrew. I'm gonna just play it real quick on the blue letter.
Strong's H226. Oath.
Oath. And the outline or the other words that are similar, it means a sign, signal, a distinguishing mark, a banner, remembrance, miraculous sign, an omen, warning, token, ensign, standard, miracle, proof.
Mm-hmm.
Let me grab this real quick.
Okay.
It says in Galatians 5 verse 9, a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump. And that's what happened to that whole camp of one body in YAHAWASHI. A little leaven, a little fakeness got in there. And now it's destroying the whole camp.
Because guess what? All it takes is for you to push that seed of unbelief and faith in no miracles happening to your congregation. And guess what? They believe in it. Now they're on the highways and byways. They teaching that same shit. Then you got, but the believers, they don't know what the hell is going on. They hear it and they like the message. Now they're believing in this. Oh, ain't no miracles happening. Then they're gonna tell their family that ain't no miracles happening. That's that leaven that constantly grows if you don't cut that shit out.
Right.
You see?
Let me get one more.
You got it.
Luke 12 verse 1. I'm going to just read right to where YAHAWASHI is speaking. He began to say unto his disciples, first of all, beware ye of the leaven of the Pharisees, which is hypocrisy.
That's right. That's right.
See, and hypocrisy, that's what the actors were called. Hypocrites.
Yeah.
Because your name is one body in YAHAWASHI, but you don't believe in none of the works that he did. You a fucking hypocrite.
You're an that's why he is an abomination.
He's really like your brother said, actors, you know, agents. Those guys are agents, man, set up.
So I got the word miracle right here in the Google.
Oh, that's
So it
tight.
says miracle says a surprising and welcome event that is not explicable by natural or scientific laws, and therefore considered to be the work of a divine agency. What is that? Divine intervention. A miracle, man. That's the standard being lifted. When you go through our history, the Most High has been raising the standard ever since He brought us out of the land of Egypt, man. Him coming and saving us and delivering us from the hands of the enemies, that's the standard being lifted. And we're going to need the same things to happen for us in this time, man. You see?
That's what a miracle will be.
Come on.
That's what's going to set us apart from the heathen and from the 2/3. They're not going to have no hope, but we're going to have hope. See, we may be on our knees begging, right? Because we're in pretty much fear, right? For YAHAWASHI to save us.
God.
But who did the heathen have?
No one.
Who does the 2/3 have?
No one. God.
See, even though it may look like we're weak, that's when he is strong.
Mark,
Oh, yeah, that's,
Mark 1 and 14.
Go ahead. Don't worry. We're going to start at Psalms 91. Go ahead.
This is Mark 1, chapter 1 and verse 14. Now after that John was put in prison, YAHAWASHI came into Galilee, preaching the gospel of the kingdom of the Most High power, and saying, the time is fulfilled, and the kingdom of the Most High power is at hand. Repent ye and believe the gospel.
See, repent ye and believe in the gospel. You know what? Everything that's written. That goes all the way back to our history, man. You see? When you go through the history, you start to go down the narrative of the Bible. You start to get into all the promises made. You got the Most High speaking through the mouth of the prophets. That's the good news. That yeah, I'm punishing you right now, but eventually I'm going to come and save you and deliver you into the land I gave unto your fathers to make you a what? A kingdom and dwell of righteousness. That's the good news. And then later in the New Testament, YAHAWASHI comes to reiterate these things to let us know that the Most High hasn't forgot about these promises. I'm here as proof of that. I'm gonna go up as His sacrifice that we're about to partake in right now, this Passover, for you to be returned back into the Most High, so you can come into these beautiful things that the Heavenly Father has promised to do for you and your forefathers. And it's gonna take miracles and faith, you see, to get it done. That was it.
Come.
You holding your call?
I don't know.
What you got?
I got Acts chapter 2, verse 22. Ye men of Israel, hear these words. YAHAWASHI of Nazareth, a man approved of YAHAWAH among you by miracles.
By miracles. He was doing signs and wonders through the Holy Spirit, man.
He was feeding thousands. He was raising the dead before.
Walking on water.
Walking on, and they seen him.
Causing the storms to stop.
Right. They done all these miracles. It says that he did so much that the books can't even.
Ain't even enough books in the world. We're going to get all that information back in
Because
the kingdom.
what people don't realize is in the ancient world, you weren't able to run around and tell lies like today.
You would get put to death for that.
You'd be put to death. See?
Bearing
So-
false witness.
They would have tried to kill Yahushua being. That's why they did try to kill him. They were trying to say he's not the true Messiah. But Caesar, right, Pontius Pilate, he knew. Even his wife told him, "This is a special man. Don't
She was
you?"
having nightmares about his ass.
Nightmares. It says, and wonders and signs which Yahweh did by him in the midst of you, as ye yourselves also know.
Walking on water. And when they was trying to come and grab him up, he was disappearing just out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
You see, even when he returned after he was raised from the dead, they was all in the room and the door shut, and Yahushua just materialized out of nowhere. Shalom, he was right in the midst of the room.
Even the Edomite that pierced him,
Khan.
he actually decreed that, hey, this is the true.
Oh, because when he finally gave up the ghost, the
The
earth started to
earthquake,
shake, the veil
dead
went,
raised
man.
up.
Yeah, come on, man. The dead raised up after Yahushua's death. That's a miracle, bro.
The Edomites could get it better than these Jakes.
God.
Khan. Edomites believe in the stories of Yahushua more than his people do.
God.
Come on, man. Yo,
God. At the book of John, chapter 14, starting verse 11, it says, believe me that I am in the Father and the Father in me, or else believe me for the very work's sake.
for the very word's sake, because what? He was doing those miracles, man. Yahushua was doing great things, and it wasn't by none other but the power of YAHAWASHI, Yahushua, man. He wasn't doing nothing about witchcraft as these dudes are saying he was doing. Yahushua was completely righteous, man. Never sinned. Sin is a sin. Witchcraft is a sin, man. And you're supposed to be put to death if you're commit witchcraft. But Yahushua walked this earth righteous, man. He was perfect in everything he did. And you got these dudes basically trying to tarnish his name with this bullshit he's preaching, man.
Right, and you know, witchcraft is just a mirror image of this truth. That's why you'll find Bibles inside of witches' houses and shit, right? Because see, that's all it is. It's a reverse action of what we do.
That's what we're going to.
Left hand.
See, they'll get in a circle, but they'll be cursing people. You know, the righteous.
That's what they're doing. You got the fucking elite where they sorcerers or witches right now somewhere in a deep dark dungeon, sacrificing children and putting trying to put curses on their elect because ain't no how's it go? Ain't no enchantment against Jacob.
Right.
You see?
But see, we're doing the same to them. We're putting curses on them.
Ours is working though.
Right. See, they put spells on us, but we put curses on them.
And y'all spells don't work. Y'all might have some shit happen where we might be a little hindrance in our little day. You might put up a curse. And some random dude just come up and start cursing us out. It might vex us in the spirit, but you really ain't doing that. What we're saying is dismantling your kingdom, man.
Dismantling it brick by brick.
What we're saying is snatching you out of power, and we're being raised up to be those rulers in the earth and righteousness, man.
Yeah.
See, and it's gonna all goes
We're
back to those
speaking this
miracles,
kingdom into destruction.
That's right.
We're speaking it right
And
into
it's,
destruction.
Yahushua said that. He said, I didn't come to do away with the law, nor the prophets, but to fulfill.
That's right.
God.
Yup. You got it. You had another.
Yeah. Just the very next verse, John 14 and 12, it says, verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do, that I do, shall he do also, and greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father.
And guess what? When you go into the book of Acts, man, the apostles were doing that. They were healing the sick, raising the dead, healing the blind. They were doing all these things. And now in these last times, it's going to be an even greater work being done by the men of the Lord in these last days. You see? Why? Because it's all for the glorification of the Most High, to the point to where The Most High's name is going to be exalted in the earth forevermore, never to be forgotten again, as it had, you know what I'm saying, happened in times past. That's why you can see, what?
I was gonna say that what were the apostles doing at this time?
Oh, they was
They were doing the Passover.
Yup.
And how was they keeping it? Real simple.
Yup. Solemn
Right.
assembly, man. There
Right.
wasn't no fucking in the club and no big ass banquet
They had a heavy
hall.
spirit. They were sorrowful, man.
Right? Yahushua was about to be crucified.
God.
Literally, right?
And
after.
betrayed, you know, he
Yeah.
was betrayed that night. So they were all wondering if they were the ones who were going to be the betrayer. You know, they had fear.
It was heavy. I just watched a video from Apostle Dubois. He was saying that it was a very solemn and heavy spirit, man. It wasn't the time to be all festive. The festive Passover was going to happen in the
It
kingdom.
wasn't a night at Club Spanky.
Yeah, all the festive and party Passover, we're gonna be able to live it up and, you know what I'm saying, party and righteousness. That's gonna happen when we're in the kingdom after we receive the victory. Right now, we're hoping to make it up out this motherfucker, man. So we are in a solemn spirit, man. You see, making sure we're in the right mindset, making sure we're going into the this new year in the right spirit, man. You see, not this BS that you other camps are doing. You got to go start because we're gonna go into the Psalm 91, and this is just a chapter, man, that goes into basically the tribulation that we're about to go through, and how the Lord is gonna work miracles on our behalf to keep us protected and shielded out here, man. Because that's what we're gonna need. We're gonna need miracles to be worked on our behalf. You see, so don't let these fucking these reprobates, you know what I'm saying, defile your mind with this BS they're spewing, man. Because at the end of the day, we need miracles worked for us as we have needed in times past. You see, that's what our whole history is based upon. The Most High working miracles in our favor, man.
Before I started in 91, I just wanted to point out that these devils, they know today's our Passover because, you know, I had a Jake trying to invite me to his Passover. He's a heathen, right, from a Christian church. He said, yeah, this Saturday or Friday, I don't remember what he said, our Passover, you should come, you know. But just on Google, if you looked at Google today, they got the place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty.
And what is that, man? And it's truth. This is the secret place of the Most High. This truth is that secret place. This is where we abide in the shadow of the Almighty, what the protection of the Most High. You see, when you talk about the standard being lifted and the angels encamping about us, that's all because what? We're walking in the right spirit and being obedient unto the Most High's will and doing what He's telling us to do. You see, which is what? Mainly believing in YAHAWASHI, having that faith. And because we walk in that spirit, man, we shall be shielded and guarded when all hell breaks loose, like the brother just said. When all hell is breaking loose, the only ones that's going to receive any protection are those who believe in YAHAWASHI. The heathen have no hope. Two-thirds don't have no hope. The only ones that have hope are the Israelites who believe in the Lord. You see? Not even all Israel has this right now. It's only for a small number of men and women. You got it, bro.
Verse 2, I will say of Yahweh, He is my refuge and my fortress, my power Yahweh, in Him will I trust.
And that's what it is, man. We're trusting in YAHAWASHI. He's our strong tower. He's our refuge, man. He's our protection, our shield. You see? He's the one that's going to keep us safe in these times. And how is that going to be done, man? By the Most High working miracles because of the faith that we have in Him and His only begotten Son. You see? So we ain't not here to be pushing a faithless doctrine, man, of if Moses did miracles, it was witchcraft, and the YAHAWASHI didn't do no miracles. If he did, he's Beelzebub. You out of your damn mind, man. Because we're looking for that same power to come and defend us when all hell is really breaking loose, and that lets us know that you dudes don't really understand what you're a part of, man. You really don't understand what's going on. You see? Once again, you out here as if this is a trend or a fad. No, man, this is life or death. And you're supposed to be leading the congregation in the right way, and that's something you dudes are not doing, man. You see? Yes.
Yeah, our salvation is going to be considered a miracle, you know? They're going to look at that like it says in a Wisdom of Solomon. That's just going to be the strangeness of our salvation. Why is it going to be strange? Because it's a miracle. You know, they're not going to believe their eyes when they see these what you call so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans going up in what you call a UFO, you know, a chariot. Go ahead, Ak.
You got something?
Yeah, I have one.
What you got, bro?
This is 1 Corinthians 14, and I'm going to read the first verse. It says, follow after charity and desire spiritual gifts. So you're supposed to desire to do miracles also. But rather that ye may prophesy. But the greatest gift of the Spirit is to prophesy.
Spirit of Yahawashi is the spirit of prophecy.
For he that speaketh in an unknown tongue speaketh not unto men, but that goes into one of the gifts of the Spirit. But the main point was made that, you know, you're doing this with charity, which is not for your own sake no more, but for the brother's sake. And then desire spiritual gifts, miracles, so that because guess what? You're not going to be able to operate in this society soon.
Right.
You know, and that not
We're
just
gonna
that.
rely on miracles.
There's going to be heathen that they don't participate. I already talked to some heathen. They said, I can't change. I can't let go of the dollar. So guess what?
You have no choice.
Right. But otherwise, what are they going to do? They're going to fight. That's why you're going to have a civil war. You're going to have all these things happening because people don't have no hope.
And this is why the Most High told us to do what? Wait ye upon me until I rise up to the break. This ain't our fight.
Mm-hmm.
We don't give a damn about what happened to Babylon. We're just here to get our daily bread, do our little thing in the meantime while this age. Preach, prophesy, do the work, go to work, and do whatever else you do in your little spare time, man. But we not looking for this place to be built back up. We looking for this motherfucker to fall like the walls of Jericho, man. You see? That's gonna be a miracle because what? We out here speaking into existence.
And with tonight being the Passover, hey, you know, Lord's will, something drastic will happen, you know?
Yep. In the next coming months. Somebody happen tonight. I never know.
And really, that's not being charitable when they're teaching lies, you know, like one body in YAHAWASHI. They're teaching lies. You're not loving your brother. You're leading your brother down destruction.
Your hell is enlarging itself.
Right, that's what the Most High says, man. Lie not one to another. You're supposed if you've been given a portion of the Spirit to understand these words, man, to understand the truth of YAHAWASHI, you're supposed to be giving it out in all truth and sincerity and freely, man. You're supposed to be trying to what? Cultivate the mind of your people in the spirit of YAHAWASHI the right way so they can receive salvation. So that lets us know that you don't believe salvation coming. Or you don't have no fear of the Most High. Or you don't even, you truly don't believe. You just here to get a Israelite chick, get them tires coming in, you see? Get your little shiny garments and your little name as one body in YAHAWASHI, you know what I'm saying? Or any of you other groups who are doing that BS, man. You out here for the show. You're not out here to truly serve YAHAWASHI, man.
And that's why they don't understand what's coming next. Persecution of the saints.
You know
Matthew 24.
Because they ain't got the spirit of prophecy.
Right. That's what's next. That's what's coming next.
You ordered? I'm on plug.
No. Nah.
You ordered? Or not?
This is Psalm 91:3. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence.
What's that, bro? That's a miracle happening. Who is the fowler, bro? Who is the snare? Who's laying that snare? Who's that fowler? That's Esau, Edom laying snares and traps for those who believe in YAHAWASHI. But the Most High just told us he was going to deliver us from that. What's that? What's that? That's a miracle taking place, man.
And in a sense, he's already delivered us from that snare and that fowler because he took us out of that Christianity that we used to go to.
He saved
Catholicism.
our minds. He saved our minds first.
God, he had mercy on us.
And that goes into all the snares, bro.
God.
Esau has many snares in this society, and you're to overcome them all. Even woman. Woman is a snare.
God.
And you got to overcome her. That's why really, like the apostles say, when you come into this truth, you got to be a man first.
So you gotta understand how to deal with women before you go ahead and try to get a woman. You gotta understand what your position is, what her position is, and how you're supposed to deal according to the scriptures.
Even money. You know, you got to know how to deal with money. You got to learn those things.
God, anything that pulls you away or distracts you from this truth is a snare or a fowler. You know?
Right.
Fowler.
But hey, the main one is who? Esau, Edom, and it's gonna be a miracle work on our behalf to escape this man, because we're gonna just like we needed to escape from Pharaoh. The Most High gonna do the same type of works in these last days, man. You see? What you got, bro?
Number 4. Psalms 91:4. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust.
See that?
His truth shall be thy shield and buckler.
You see? The Most High he gonna overshadow us, man, to keep us protected, because we're moving in the right spirit and we've been obedient unto His will to go out here on the highways and byways and make these videos to do what? Speak and prophesy His words, to tell the world what His will is and what His intents and purposes is for the earth. We're not here speaking our own vain thoughts and opinions, man. We're not out here telling you what we think and how we feel. We're giving you the message according to what the Most High has said. You see? And because we're doing that and we're doing it in the right spirit, he's going to protect us. That's why Psalms 34:7. The angel of the Lord encamped around about them that fear him, and they delivered them, man. Miracles. Miracles is all throughout the scriptures, man. But you have to have the faith to believe in. And if you ain't got the faith, this don't work for you. That's why I said they heard the word, but it not being mixed with faith, it didn't profit.
Bro, I don't doubt they're seeing miracles around us because they're watching us. The elite watch us, and they're seeing events that are actually miraculous around us already.
Yeah, they're freaking out because they see all these brothers speaking in different tongues, different languages all over the planet, and that's got to be a scary thing to them. They're like, oh shit, these prophecies are coming right now. These are speaking.
Let me grab this one and say real quick. Psalm 64 verse 4, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. So if they're putting spells on you, that means they're watching you. They're watching all of us. See, and guess what? There's miracles that are actually being seen by their spies, by their
agents.
Yeah, they're watching us on the phone itself.
Oh, we've had agents come to our camp and try to divide our camp.
Right.
It's like the fucking cartoons back in the day, like Wile E. Coyote and the Road Runner. And then he got hit like that little circle black hole shit he put on the ground, and the Road Runner just go stand right over top of it. Right. And he won't happen, and Wiley go stand until he just fall in the ground and shit. He's like, how the fuck?
You know what I'm saying? Moving the whole, just grabbing it and moving it.
Yeah, I think of the police are acting like National Lapoon.
Yeah.
Make it good. Where every time they turn, there's a problem.
Yeah. They getting caught in their own snares and traps they're trying to set for us, man.
Right.
And why is that? It's because the Most High is doing things on our behalf, man.
God. In fact, I'm going to jump to verse 7. It says, but YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM YAHWASHI shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded.
See that? Everything you're trying to do, it tells you that in Psalm chapter 10. Everything you're trying to do upon us is going to come back upon your own head, man. Because there's what? There's no enchantment against Jacob. Just, Balaam told old boy that I can't do nothing against these people except for prophesy good against them because the Most High is with them, man. You can't do nothing against us, man. There's nothing you can do. As long as we continue to abide and continue to labor for Yahweh Shem Shah, man, there is nothing you can do against us, man.
God.
You see?
Even Alexander the freak, he in his spirit, we were the last people that he taxed. Because he knew he couldn't really do nothing against us,
Because you would bring your own demise. That's what America just has done. They just signed their demise. They just signed that, which they already had it in plan, but they had their meat puppet, Brandon, signed the executive order to bring forth the digital currency of America, which that's going to go throughout the whole world. All right? Which that's going to lead into that MOTB. See, and guess what? It says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees. That's unrighteous that you're going to pretty much number everybody.
And then, the Most he don't give a fuck about the heathen. The Most High pissed off that you're doing it to the Israelites. So the Most High, he set you up because he gave us over into your hands and you've done all this madness to us, but the Most High was setting you up the whole time. You see? And that's why he sent us to those who spoiled us to tell you that you are going to be spoiled by us, man. Eventually. The Most High, he don't care about the heathen. He mad what you're doing even what you're doing to the 2/3.
Right.
You see?
And what they're doing with it is they're trying to own God status.
Oh, man.
That's what they're trying to do.
That's Ezekiel 28.
That's why they're going to space. They're going down below in submarines. They're trying to say, I'm God. I can tell you the temperature of the core of the sun.
Can't do shit.
You can't even touch the moon.
That's what I'm saying.
Or their phony distances of how far the sun is and the moon is,
Right. And really,
It's a
they
lot
can't
closer than
access
what
it
they
because
tell
those
you.
are spirits, bro. Like if you look up the sun, they said it's not even liquid; it's gas. What is a spirit? It's a breath, energy.
He's on that. He don't. He's just talking shit.
That's why it says in the scriptures that the moon, it makes its perfection when it declares the month. When it makes it a new moon, and it goes into a full moon, that's the moon participating in its perfection.
All right, let me grab Psalm 91, and this is verse
5.
We're at verse 5. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor the arrow that flieth by day.
So all this hell that's about to break loose, man, the men of the Lord are not going to be afraid because what? The Most High is going to put the Spirit upon us to know and understand that this is His will. So everybody else is losing their fucking minds about the things that they're seeing around them happen. We gonna be like, hey, we told y'all what was coming. See, so when the Most High really unleashes those spirits of vengeance, we start seeing bodies dropping dead. That ain't gonna phase us, man.
Oh, and this is the spirit because Elder Gabar he did a video today calling the Passover a night of terrors.
Yup.
All right, because why? In Egypt, the Egyptians they felt that terror, right? Because that angel of death was taking out their firstborn cattle and sons, and then when YAHAWASHI during the Last Supper, YAHAWASHI was terrorized. He asked 3 times for Yahweh to take away the cup, you know, but he knew. And then at the 3rd time, when he asked to take away that cup, he said, you know what, do as thou wilt, do as the Father's will, you know. Because it was his will, that was Yahweh's will for him to go up on that cross.
So when these judgments start to be poured out, man, it's not going to phase us. We're going to see it, but the Most High He's going to give us that. He's going to strengthen our minds, man. He's going to strengthen our minds to know and understand that this is the judgment that we have been prophesying for all these years, man. And now it's here. So everybody else is going to be losing their minds, and we're going to be tranquil, man.
God, and I just want to say, it's the Passover.
Yeah, not the Last Supper.
Not the Last Supper.
Salakia, Passover.
Yeah, and it says what? Nor for the arrow that flies by day. When those nukes go off, we're going to be hoping in salvation. And that's when motherfuckers going to be hoping a miracle happens. When those nukes are shot off and they starting to enter into the atmosphere, we're going to see if them niggas is talking about ain't no miracles going to happen. Because guess what? To escape those nukes falling into the atmosphere of America, America is going to take a miracle, man.
Yeah.
You out of your damn mind. How else you going to escape? What you going to do? Get on the boat? It ain't going to
Well,
work.
they said you getting your food, right, is a miracle. Because from it going from farm to all the processes that it goes to get to you.
And then get there on time.
And then on time, they say that's a miracle
Just a
before
small
that.
miracle, huh?
Yeah.
And the only reason it's collapsing because the elites are doing that.
Right.
You see?
By design.
You got it, bro.
This is Psalm 91 and verse 6.
Yup.
For the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday.
There's going to be more plagues and pestilence unleashed in the earth. Some are going to be man-made. Some are, and at the end of the day, it's all of the Most High.
Yeah.
You see? You're going to have something that grips that's going to be even worse than the big C. You see that? And that's all going to be issued out for judgment to destroy people, man. Might have a flesh-eating virus or whatever it may be. You see, you had this damn clown Bill Gates talking about the nation need to prepare for a smallpox outbreak. So that can be another pestilence that's unleashed in the earth. But guess what? It ain't going to come near those who believe in YAHAWASHI. Why? Because the Most High is going to work the miracle for that to be stayed from us, man.
Right. Because even if you are to have effects, it's not going to be to the point of your death like that. Because look at Paul, Apostle Paul. He got bit by the snake.
Yup.
And they said they were waiting for him to die.
And he didn't die.
Yeah.
Or who's to say? A brother might get it, and it's just, and that happens, and we all together, and that just happens to that brother, so we can pray over him, he be healed, and all our faith is boosted. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. These are the this is what we running through our mind. You see, these are the scenarios we thinking about. We see, we ain't moving in faith, in a faithless spirit as you other camps are doing.
Oh, bro, it just reminded me to the spirit. My daughter, she's been, coming out of both ends of her, right? Yeah. So we're hitting her with the Pedialyte and all this, on top of, we're praying, first of all.
Okay.
But she actually, my wife told me, she freaking got up and said, my heart beats really fast. But YAHAWASHI told me I'm going to be all right. Bro, she's 3 years old, you know what I mean? I was like, oh, she's all right. That's the spirit.
YAHAWASHI telling you.
Right, because she ain't that smart. She's only 3 years old. So that's really a spirit in her telling us, I'm going to be all right.
That's the spirit.
Call Allah Yahweh. I got the hair standing up.
That's what it like was. You may feel that because even YAHAWASHI suffered in Isaiah 53. It said that he was
grief. A man acquainted with grief,
which is sickness.
depression.
Depression, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And that's what, and we suffer through that in the flesh. But guess what? A miracle is being worked for us to make it through each and every day.
Every day.
For you to get through your days, bro, it takes a miracle. Without for knowing what we know and not snapping and going out here just whooping Edomites, every Edomite you see, bro. That's a spirit on you that's keeping you from doing that, man.
Even to be who we are is a miracle. You know what I mean? Like if you look at the numbers, the prophets compared to the rest of these people.
Shit, being an Israelite.
It's a small number.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
then if you go even further, what does Esau tell you with the sperm? You know, when your father
Oh yeah, there's generations
shoots up in your mom, hey,
It's a race.
you're like a 1 in a billion. You know?
And they actually proved that once the sperm touches the egg, there's like a light, which that's when that spirit is put upon that.
So just us being who we are and being here right today, we got the brothers here. That's a miracle, you know.
All the way around, bro.
God.
Us sitting here and being able to have understanding of what to keep and what to throw away.
And these motherfuckers want to say there's no miracles.
Bro, there's no way, because to have something, there has to be a beginning,
Right.
right? If you say there's something, where did it come from? How did it get here?
Because this is the thing, man. Because like we went into the definition of miracle, right? It says for something to be basically divinely inspired, divine intervention. Well, that's everything in existence. Because Most High spoke all this out of nothing.
In the beginning.
In the beginning, he spoke. That was a miracle in itself. He put all this together with the elements, man.
Right. And when you go into, I think it's the Spanish in the Genesis,
Yeah.
it actually gives you the description of them putting it together like a snowball.
Hey, man.
Like pressure. And that's what he did. The whole earth is made in pressure, bro.
All the elements. Yeah.
Uh-huh. That's why you get diamonds and rubies and gems out of pressure.
God, you got it, bro.
Verse
So,
Psalm
yo,
91
so,
and
yo, man,
verse
this,
7.
This is what it's all about, man. Believing, having faith.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about faith. This what this whole thing is about. We haven't seen the Most High face to face. We haven't seen YAHAWASHI. You see? Now they give us little signs here and there. But we all moving off of what? Off that faith the Most High blessed us with, according to Ephesians 2 and 8. That's all we got. That's the fuel that keeps us going, man. You see?
Yeah.
Yo,
Now, what does it say? Blessed is he who have believed and have not seen.
That's the spirit. I was thinking the same thing.
yo.
Yeah, when he told Peter, right? Was it Peter? He
He
said,
told,
blessed you have seen me, but blessed who has not seen me.
He told Thomas.
Thomas.
Yo.
He was doubting.
Yo.
God.
Yeah, bro.
Which even that's a plague that you could deal with.
Yo, that
You gotta
demon's a doubt.
overcome it, right?
You gotta know that's a demon, because the Most High don't want us to doubt. So when those thoughts of doubt come, know that's a demon. You rebuke that shit, man.
Right.
You see, because the demon, Satan don't want you to believe. Satan wants you to be in that spirit of one body in YAHAWASHI. You see, because you're easier to silver. You exactly what he wants you to be. Israelite with no faith. That's exactly what Satan wants you to be. Yup.
Atheist Jake's running
And see,
around.
you gotta be in the spirit all the time, literally nowadays, because as soon as that spirit you cast it out, it says it goes looking for somewhere to rest, and then it comes back to you to see
Even
if it
harder.
can get on you.
Yup.
You know.
So you gotta make sure you
That's
reading, praying, fasting, going to the highways and byways, doing what you need to do to stay in that spirit. Now we ain't telling you
That's the
just
guy
just
that's reading that
just
same verse.
all day, every day. You trying to read the
Right.
book. Man, you'll blow your damn brain up. Now you can go have your time where you unwind, but you need to make sure you're looking at that when you out in the world. Damn, that spirit's right there, 144.
Just like in Vietnam,
That's
they
it.
show there's time when they're in the
bush.
In the bush.
You got their time where they kick back, and
Right.
that's what because when we on the highways and byways, we in the fucking bush.
That's that balance.
Yeah, we're on the fucking front lines.
Mm-hmm.
See,
the
then
trenches, bro.
Then you doing your reading.
Fire.
You doing your reading. That's basically like you at the firing range, or you sharpening your sword by you doing your reading. You fasting, so you meditate.
Training.
You training your mind up. So it's all. That's what we're doing right now. Then you got your like a soldier. You got your R&R. You got your rest and relaxation. Then after you.
But you don't just leave the war.
Nah. You still like 555.
Guess what? They got their gun right there waiting you.
Yup. You at the spot and your receipt come up as 144 or something like that.
Right.
Call Allah YAHAWASHI. So keep you in that spirit of thinking about, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The heavens, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Okay. I'll keep reading.
You got it, bro.
This is Psalm 91 and verse 7. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000.
Oh, my bad. I forgot to get the sixth one. It says, well, no, the destruction that wasted at noonday goes into what? That nuclear destruction.
Okay.
Because we've been calling, what we're doing, we're calling the fire down from heaven, man.
Look how
You see?
I'm on the phone
So when
right
it
there.
comes,
And look how
it's
much
not
I
going to
can
bug
work.
us out. Because we know that the fire needs to come before our
It's on
kingdom
the
can be
Sabbath.
ushered in the earth. You see? So that destruction that wasted at noonday, at the height of Esau's kingdom, at the height of his new world order being established, the destruction is going to come, man. You see?
See how the price of the phone.
You should be able to revert it back to the spirit in some shape, form, or fashion, man. Even you hear a lyric, I remember I was getting some fish and chips one night, and that song, Hold On, it was playing in the rock, like, man, I had to turn around and start praying a little bit. I started getting teared up, because I was like having a hard fucking day, and then that came on, like, yeah, alright, that's the spirit.
And those kind of things will go right over the 2/3 head.
You gotta
even notice it.
try to glean everything and bring it back to the spirit, man, in some shape, form, or fashion.
Removal of the leaven. That's a spiritual deed.
Mm-hmm.
It's physical, but there's the deeper part is in the spirit.
Going in what? Examining yourself.
Right, exactly.
Making sure you're walking in the right
your
spirit.
house. Right?
Yup.
God. And when you were doing that this week, you felt good. You know what I mean? You were like, man, I'm doing this for the Lord.
But I've been saying this,
Kind of fast.
and that every brother is gonna come across yeast
It's good, brother.
You sure?
in this week.
Kind of.
You know why?
To be
Because
tested.
we can't clean ourselves completely
You know why? Because you breathing yeast right now.
right now.
It's in the fucking
It's
chemicals.
guaranteed. But that shows that we need YAHAWASHI. There is no
Yeah, we fall
keeping the
short.
commandments to salvation.
Bro, I work where fucking yeast is always
You're gonna be
stirred
drenched.
Yeah,
up.
you're gonna be right
And I
in
gotta
the
go right back
midst
to
of
that
these.
motherfucker tomorrow. Like, bro, ain't nothing I can do.
God.
Ain't nothing I can do.
Mm.
You know? But that's why we walk by faith.
YAHAWASHI.
Cause right now we rehearsing the righteous acts, trying to do it as best we can. And how was I looking up like, hey, they trying, they put forth forever, they doing it. You see, bro, I done went through the spot, got all the yeast out. You know what I'm saying? We doing everything we can to try to do it, but ain't no way to it. That's why we not gonna be saved by the law, man. That's why we need a miracle to be worked, bro.
God.
Come on, man.
Eat the lamb, bro. You're supposed to have your own lamb, raise it up, watch it for 14 days.
I don't even know what type of fucking lamb that is in there.
Right?
Actually,
Right.
like the one of the
It's
elders,
probably
like,
a blemished lamb that we're gonna eat
a
tonight.
fucking female lamb.
You know?
And that's showing that our food is defiled amongst the heathen. We are the Israelites.
Like, bro,
God.
it's
Oh,
not-
yeah.
all these dudes like talking about trying to brag in the law, bro. Ain't no way we finna get the fuck out of Babylon by way of the law, bro. If that was the case, we gonna be living in America forever.
Bro.
Hey, you might as well settle down, stop preaching the truth, and just live your life. Because if we trying to get about the law, ain't no hope, bro.
God.
Ain't no
They put on my door a notice of me to remove. I had like a tarp covering my balcony, and they said this is a violation. So, what do you think they would do if I went and rub the lamb blood on my doorpost?
Taking your ass to jail.
You see,
This
we
guy's
can't keep
crazy.
these laws to perfection, man.
No.
You see,
You know.
we trying, man. And when we try, we put for that effort. It does something to your spirit, man. You know what I'm saying? It really does something to you.
And YAHAWASHI is
Bring your point out, because it's gonna keep bothering me if you don't.
I'll bring it up if it comes up again. Yeah, it just kind of went.
and you gotta remember YAHAWASHI is the ultimate sacrifice.
That's
So
right.
we don't have to literally sacrifice a lamb.
Yup.
We're like the brother's been saying, rehearsing righteous acts.
But we do it as a show of respect. Like, we honor this sacrifice you made, so we gonna do it. Cause like, guess what? The lamb is supposed to be cooked. Like right at sundown, you're supposed to start doing it in, but we can't keep it like that, man.
God.
We're supposed to have the entrails with it. It's supposed to be a whole lamb, entrails, brain,
We're supposed
eyes,
to eat the organs.
all that.
You know what I'm saying?
All
We
that.
ain't eating no.
And
lungs
you ain't
tonight,
supposed to leave.
heart.
Guess what? We all gotta go back to our
I gotta go work
Slavery.
tomorrow. I gotta go work in the morning.
right.
Like, bro,
Yep.
like, bro, this we need we need a miracle, man. These clowns, they bugging out. They waxing worse and worse, man.
God.
Who you holding?
I'm holding
You
the
holding?
quick
What
one.
you got?
This is Baruch 4:4. O Israel, happy are we, for the things that are pleasing unto the Most High power are made known unto us.
You see that? Everything that's pleasing to the Most High, He gave it to us in the book. The ultimate thing is what? Believing on that prophet that He sent us, our Lord YAHAWASHI. That's the most pleasing thing the Most High wants to see. Because with that type of faith He has for us to believe in YAHAWASHI, it calls us to walk in a certain way. So we want to keep these righteous ways to the best of our ability. We ain't gonna do it in perfection, but we keep what we can keep. We keeping the Passover as best as we can. The Day of Atonement comes, we keep that. You see, all these high holidays, we try to uphold them as best as we possibly can, but we'll never get it right until we're home. You know? But hey, it's being made known to us. We put forth an effort to do it as best as we can, man. You see? That's a that we even been returned to even do that. That's a miracle in itself, man. Coming from what we come from. I was in the store looking for candles for the menorah, and Jake don't even know the Passover is coming in tonight. They don't know what the hell is going on. You see?
They don't even know what the Passover is.
I asked Issachar about candles for the menorah. He was like, "What's a menorah?"
God.
So it's a blessing it's a blessing and miracle that we even back in that spirit of knowing what these things are, man.
God.
You see? You got some more now? That was it. Yours?
I think you call.
You call yours?
I got one, I guess. John 2, verse 23. Now, when he was in Jerusalem at the Passover in the feast day, many believed in his name when they saw the miracles which he did.
There it is.
Right there.
God.
You see? That's what happened. And guess what? We all we got is the accounts. We haven't seen no like miracles happen like YAHAWASHI was doing in those signs. But guess what? Like the brother just brought up, blessed are they who believe in me, who haven't seen anything. You see, because that lets us know that our faith is on a higher level than what it was back in that time. Because they had to see the works to be done for them to believe. But all we have is a word that this is what it is, and we believe in that. So we on a higher level than we were back in those
It
times.
shows that this is not of ourselves, but spiritual.
Yup.
Yep.
You got it, bro.
This is Psalm
That's exactly what it is.
91 and verse 7. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee.
There it is. Motherfuckers gonna be dropping dead left and right around us, man.
God, and
You see?
that's happening now, you know.
You see?
With this,
man.
this pestilence.
I'm waiting.
So-called.
When those spirits of vengeance are unleashed, it's gonna be happening like I'm talking about when you start seeing bodies just laid in the street, ain't nobody coming to pick them up. That shit gonna be crazy. And guess what? It's gonna pass right over our house because we're moving in that right spirit. We had the blood of YAHAWASHI on our doorposts. You know what I'm saying? Basically, on our spirit, and that judgment is overpassing us just like it did in Egypt, man. That's what this is signifying, man. It's us. Like
That's
Apostle
what we're doing
Gabar,
tonight.
like Apostle Gabar, he even said, be in that spirit all year round. Of what? Walking in that right spirit and having that blood on your mind, man. You see, all year round. not just on this day, but this is the spirit we need to be walking in 24/7, man. Everywhere we go, we need to be in this type of spirit. You see, and the fear of the Lord. You see.
Verse 8. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked.
You see that? Why? Because these people out here, they ain't got no hedge. They ain't got no protection. We do.
But
So
they do.
when these people are getting fucking ripped apart by all type of demons that's manifest, like bro, demons are about to be manifesting in the spiritual world, ripping motherfuckers apart, snatching children and pulling them into other dimensions and shit. This is the type of stuff that's about to be happening, man. But guess what? We gonna be like, oh shit, call Lord YAHAWASHI. We're gonna be praying. You know what I'm saying?
We see it in our families too, because you know,
shit.
We've some of us have presented this truth to our families, and they didn't hearken. And then you look at with this jump shot, man. I done had family members die from it. They had strokes, you know. But guess what? You know, this is their reward.
You see,
They wanted it.
And they come near us because we had the faith in the Lord.
And we had the wisdom to stay away from that jump shot.
You see?
know?
I got one.
What you got, bro?
Isaiah 54, verse 17. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper. And every tongue.
Not even a nuclear missile, man.
Right. And every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment, thou shalt condemn.
And that's what's happening now, man. Everybody that's coming, man, like, bro, I have to, like, hold my sword back sometimes when motherfuckers be trying to go into religion and what the Bible really talking about. No, I'm Clark Kent right now.
God.
I'm Clark Kent. I ain't finna be Superman right now. I put my cape on when I go in the highways and byways. You see?
God.
Because they coming up, because I can just demolish them, because I know what the scriptures are talking about. You see, and that's the spirit the Most High has put upon us, man.
But
You see?
then you ain't gonna be comfortable no more. Because as soon as you reveal it at work, guess what? It makes everything
That's why
awkward.
that's why you have to be Clark Kent in the Daily Bugle
God.
with your fucking bifocals on.
Because
So
they're not believers.
And you don't want to give
And
your
you
pearls
tell
to
them-
that swine.
Right. They're gonna, what do they say? They're not gonna care about the pearl. Pigs don't give a shit about a pearl.
And that's the spirit, because the Most High gave you, He gave you a secret identity. That's your government name.
Yeah.
That's your secret identity.
Right.
Yep.
You see, when you go into your Hebrew mode, that's when you become Superman on the highways and byways.
Yeah, secret identity.
God.
Yeah, man. So yeah, that's how it is. And we walk in that spirit, and we know these people can't confound us, man. We know that everything they coming with is bullshit. We have the truth, and there's no doubt in that. You see, we have wholehearted faith that this what we believe in and what we preach every day is the truth.
Right.
You see.
Let me just get the rest of this.
You got it.
This is the heritage of the servants of Yahawah, and their righteousness is of me, saith Yahawah.
That's
So
Psalms.
There it is. That's
Isaiah 54.
Oh.
But it just said that this is our God-given right to do this.
Yep.
To stand on the highways and curse these heathen.
It's our heritage.
Right.
God.
And also that.
That's why you only see us doing it. You don't see the heathen doing it.
And us doing it is not our own righteousness.
It's of the Most
It's
High.
of Yahweh.
Most High, right?
It's of me.
All right. And who is that righteousness? YAHAWASHI.
See, like to them,
Sacrifice.
us doing this don't look.
Sacrifice.
It don't look like we're doing nothing, but it has
They
great
make no
value
account of our
in the
labors.
spirit, bro.
I was just meditating on that last night, like a few nights ago. Like, bro, what we doing when we make these videos, bro, it's like cashing in. We're just putting some more. We're investing more and more into the kingdom,
Spiritual
bro.
bank account.
You see, when we amend our ways even further and fear the Most High even more, we're just investing in the kingdom of heaven.
Even
Like-
the offenses, bro. When you go somewhere and say someone offends you,
Yeah,
what's gonna happen to rain check?
yup.
God.
These heathen, when we go somewhere and we're offended,
They're gonna
it
catch
was
you.
all by design, so that they were given over to us.
And it also tests your patience and your long suffering. Like, do you believe in the Lord that He gonna get this motherfucker back for doing this to you?
Right.
Like, yup. I ain't worried about it. The Lord take care of it. You know what I'm saying? The Lord will handle it. And that's how we moving. And guess what you do? Ching-ching.
And that's
More in
power.
the spiritual bank account.
Because some of these Edomites, bro, they're trying to stir you up so they
Yup.
can lock you up.
Yup.
Try to insult you, try to do things to get you riled up. Because once you're out of that irate state,
You out of the spirit.
they can put you in jail. They can do whatever they want with you.
You out of the spirit, now you walking calmly, and that pisses the Most High also.
Right.
Knowing that, I'm gonna take the low, shut the fuck up, and maybe this nigga drive off the road on the way home from work. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
I be thinking like that too, man.
I had this Northern Kingdom Jake come up, and I only know a little bit of Spanish, and he was asking for a certain product, and we were going back and forth. It was leche, right? And I know leche is milk,
Yeah.
but it was a certain kind of milk that he wanted, which we didn't have. And this Edomite, my supervisor, he was all, when I turned around, he started like mocking the guy, right? Because of the Spanish, right? Like, ole, colo, all shit. And I said, oh, by the way, are you worried about World War III? And he was like, all I do is go home and go to work. That's all I do, all right, man? And he walked away, bro. But I was like, dang, that was the spirit.
Yeah.
I didn't have to get carnal with this dude. I just cut him with
Your kingdom
bringing
going
up
down.
his fears, bro.
Yeah, your kingdom going down. That's
Yeah.
like
That show you how basic Esau is. He has
Yeah.
nothing to live for.
Nothing.
You know what, bro?
Nah. Oh, well, yeah, I got one. Well, it's the book of Nahum, chapter 1, verse 7. It says, the Lord YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, is good, a stronghold in the day of trouble, and He knoweth them that trust in Him.
And why is He a stronghold in the day of trouble? Because if you having faith in Him, and He sees that you have faith in Him, He says what? He knows them that trust in Him. He trusts Him. He trusted me. Hey, send him these turkeys.
Mm-hmm.
And allow this random money to just hit his bank account. You see? Hey, y'all angels, lead him this way. Lead him this way. And I got an abandoned house that I didn't keep some Edomites in. It's fully furnished and it's fully stocked with food. Let them stay there for a few weeks, a few months. You see? They had some shit happen when he got to go on a run. You know what I'm saying? See if he still trusting me after that. He called him the name of the Lord. Oh, okay. Just want to test him out. He'll take him to this spot. You know what I'm saying? That's what's gonna be happening out here, man. Cause we ain't, man, it's gonna be chaotic. All we gonna have is what? The name of the Lord, man, and calling and trusting upon that name, man. And if you trust in that name, the Most High gonna be doing things. By the time we leave out of, by the time we leave out of Babel, we're gonna be able to fly. Just all faith alone, man. That's what it's all
Like the eagles.
coming into. You see?
Like that song, I wanna fly
Yup.
like an eagle
Kinda.
into the future.
But
the
you
Eagles?
believe you would fly.
I'm not sure.
Got it, bro. Yeah,
91 Psalm, the 91 first Psalm, verse
91. I mean,
9.
9. Yeah.
Or, 9. Because thou hast made YAHAWAH, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling.
Is that not what happened during the Passover in Egypt? Because we obeyed the word of the Most High that came through Moses to keep this ceremony and put the blood posts over our doors. Those plagues that was fucking whooping those Egyptians, they didn't come near Israel.
Oh, they could hear, back to that night of terrors,
They hear them screaming.
hey, they could hear them screaming out there, like right now. We just imagine if we were just sitting in here like we are, and all of a sudden you hear these modern day Egyptians
Fucking
just
blood-
screaming
Blood curdling
because,
screaming and
because
shit.
plagues are hitting them. You know?
And
And the disciples were freaking out at that. You know
it's
what I
in
mean?
the Apocrypha.
Yup.
It says that
Where's
it was so
Messiah?
dark, and what it was so bad is your kid's in the bathroom, and it's so dark, they're screaming, and you can't even find your way to find them.
So dark the light couldn't even overcome.
And then you hear horses running by, and chariots.
So that let you know, man, when these evil times approach, because we've taken the time, or through the Spirit, the Most High has allowed us to do this. You see, it basically giving up on this life to wait for the life to come, because we've done this and made the Most High our habitation. When all hell is breaking loose, man, hey, Lord, when we be a part of that number, we're gonna be shielded and protected, man. We're gonna be taken care of. Everybody else around us gonna be catching judgment because what? They scoffed the men of the Lord. Like you said, your family members didn't believe in, and now they're gonna be punished for their unbelief. You see, people on the highways and byways scoffing, mocking, talking shit. So when that time comes, they're gonna be fucking consumed by the judgments. You see, but guess what? Those who have sincerely been following YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, protected, man, as it is written, just like we were in Egypt. What is that? A miracle, man.
Yeah.
What are you guys talking about? You got it, bro. You lost a page?
Yeah.
That's all good.
This is Psalm 91 in verse 10 or 11. For he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways.
What is that?
Woo.
Psalms 34:7.
Hey, that's what he did for them when they were in the wilderness. They were dropping the manna.
What
You know?
did Satan tempt YAHAWASHI? If you jump off the pinnacle,
The angels.
the angels will come
Catch you.
into this reality and catch you.
God.
You know why? Because it was predestined for him to be crucified.
God, he said, what he tell him? That he's not going to test
Well,
the
if
Lord.
it's predestined for you to be delivered at the end, you're gonna. I don't care what is in your way. The Lord will move it
God.
so you will fit that prophecy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there is no other way but fate. Fate. The word fate. That's why in Terminator, Judgment Day. Remember, she had the dream of the nukes, and then she woke up and she was carving no fate.
Yeah.
The word fate goes back to God controlling your life.
And you don't
No
have
free will.
Life.
Right, and
Yeah.
they say they believe in free will.
You
They
believe
They
that?
don't want Yahweh to control them.
That's why I said, "What man's going of the Lord? How can a man go his own way?"
And that's
Here, I
why
got you the definition of faith. The development of events beyond a person's control, regarded as determined by a supernatural power.
That's the will of the Most High.
God.
That's what faith is.
That's why
Faith
she
is the
put
will of the Most
no.
High.
It's the opposite of free will.
That's why Sarah Connor, she put no fate,
Yep.
and that's why who was the inventor of the nuke in that movie? Judah. Remember, she was sniping Judah, and he was in his office.
I gotta go watch
I
that.
gotta ask that.
Yeah, it was
I
Judah
ain't
that developed the nuke.
I ain't seen that in a while. Well, who is that? The Most High.
Right, and they did actually. When you go into, I showed you, right? Remember, brother? I mean, I
Oh, and another word for fate, destiny.
the Jake that worked on the nuke, bro. They had Judah.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Because really, we're the inventors. Esau don't invent shit.
The former of all things.
Right, we
Jake.
invented everything. They just take credit for it.
God.
Con, I got a quick one. Is in the point. This is Job chapter 5, verse 20. Verse 19. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Yes, 7 there shall no evil touch thee.
What's the 6 troubles? The hell that what they enter into, and the 7 is what? That destruction. You see,
God.
the Most High is going to deliver us up out of all that, Lord willing. We've be of that number, man. That's once again, those are the miracles happening. What the hell are you guys reading the Bible for if you don't believe in the miracles? Because that's all it's talking about. Miracles being worked, great works being done for those who believe, man. What do you do? What is your purpose of even reading the Bible if you don't believe in miracles happening?
What did King David do but praise the miracles of the hands of YAHAWASHI?
Like, bro, what you like? I get it. That's your lot you gotta fulfill. But you need to, come on, man. You got some more now?
Okay.
You got it.
It says, verse 20, in famine he shall redeem thee. Okay. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh.
There it is.
At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth.
Miracles, man. Miracles are going to happen. That's what all the prophecies are talking about. I'm going to help you. The Most High tells us, Isaiah 41, He's going to help us. He's going to uphold us with the right hand of His righteousness to do what? To work miracles on our behalf. That's what because we ain't finna save ourselves by no carnal means or anything that we can do. We can't do shit. That's why we need divine intervention. We need the Most High, YAHAWASHI, and the heavenly host to step in on our behalf to get us up out of these crazy situations that they gonna put us in.
Which, from the beginning with Isaac being laughter, right? When Abraham was gonna sacrifice him, right then the Lord told him not to touch him. And guess what? A ram came up.
Was caught in the bushes.
And he said, the Lord shall provide for himself.
Hell, even Isaac being born to Abraham and Sarah at their old age, that was a miracle.
Right.
God.
That was a miracle for the inheritance to be passed down
They were
to
almost
Isaac,
100 years
to
old.
Jacob, then eventually us.
And see, that's why this technology Esau has
Yeah.
is to try to hide the miracles. Look at what I could do. I could bring people back from the dead.
iPhone 25
Right.
with 10 cameras on the back.
You can see a different part of the world.
And to the 2/3, the technology of Esau, that's a miracle to them. You know?
Right, they're amazed by it.
That's those signs and wonders, you know, that are deceiving them. You see? Verse Psalm 91 and verse 12. Let me read 11 again, because that's a nice verse. For he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone.
And that's what Satan tempted YAHAWASHI with. You see, but we don't go out here to try to force the Most High's hand. See, that's what Judas Iscariot did, try to force the Most High's hand to move before it was time. And he looked like a damn fool. You see? But when we're in the situation, when it really pops off, and we're in that time of trouble, man, hey, we're going to be kept in the way. Once again, Lord willing, we be a part of that number. Lord willing, we be those men found worthy to receive this salvation. And this is why we do what we do, because we truly and sincerely believe in this, man. And we truly and sincerely want to be protected when all hell is breaking loose, because ain't no other way for us Israelites to get up out of it, man. You see? Go ahead, Shabbat.
Let me just bring this precept out real quick.
You got it.
This is Romans 1:17. For therein is the righteousness of YAHAWAH, the power revealed from faith to faith, as it is written, the just shall live by faith.
And that's how we moving, man. How we gonna eat? The Most High got it. What I'm gonna do if I need shoes? The Most High got it. Clothes? The Most High got it. I need shelter. It's raining. It's thunderstorming. They got the troops on my ass. I've been running for the last 2 days. Guess what? Running for the last 2 days nonstop. They already let you know the Most High is powering you through it to be running 2 days nonstop. The Most High got it, man. You see?
Yeah. And we already have a small miracle that just passed because, hey, all these people ran to that jump shot and now they're lifting all those restrictions and those mandates. We never had to go around that thing, you know? And why? Because we had faith.
And the Most High worked it out for us to be taken care of, man. You see?
Hey, how many brothers have babies? You know, that's a miracle. Which we were talking about earlier. The shot of the sperm, and there's so many of them. And then that one makes it. And then it's woven together inside the belly of the woman.
And then to be chosen as a prophet.
Right, on top of it.
I know the baby I just had, her mom named her Amora, another name, but it just says Miracle of YAHAWAH. She was explaining to me what her name meant, and I was like, that's the miracle of YAHAWASHI Yahushai.
Hey, it's
Like,
spirit.
you know, it's all
Nomen,
it's all the
Nomen.
spirit, because she's like, well, I chose this because I couldn't have babies, and here I am with a baby with all these complications, and this is why I chose this name. And I was like, yeah, that's the spirit, because
What was the name, Mark? Mora?
Amora.
Oh,
Yeah,
Amora.
Amora, yeah.
Like, Mora.
Miracle.
Go ahead, bro. That's the spirit, bro.
And that is, that's why the Lord did this, was because He loved us and hated Esau.
Yep, because the thing is, you got children. You love your children. You're going to chastise them. You're going to whoop their ass. You're going to get them in line. All right, I ain't mad at y'all no more. Come on. I'll deal with you again. And that's what's happening. And this is what YAHAWASHI sacrifice signified, man. The Most High bringing us back unto Him, because what? The time of our iniquity has come to an end. The warfare, the punishment of our warfare has been accomplished. Now it's time for us to go home. And we got faith in that, unlike some of these faithless ass niggas who proclaim to be Israelites, because that's what you are. You still niggas, man. You're not Israelites. You see, you might look like an Israelite on the outside, but on the inside, man, you're full of dead man's bones. Just like YAHAWASHI told your ass 2,000 years ago. You still them same niggas you were 2,000 years ago. Niggas. Straight fucking niggas, man.
Yeah.
You got it.
Verse 13 in Psalm 91. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder, the young lion and the dragon shalt thou trample under feet.
And that represents Esau, man.
Yep.
We're going to eventually get the victory over this devil through what? Through our faith. And it tells you in Revelation that what? Through the blood of YAHAWASHI and through the word of our testimony, which is the word of the Most High, we're going to overcome the accuser of our brethren, man. You see?
Yeah.
We're gonna have the victory. We have faith in that. And guess what it takes? A miracle for that to happen, man. It's gonna take a miracle for us to overcome all these obstacles that stand in our way. Yeah. But through the power of YAHAWASHI, man, this man is going down, and we have complete faith in that.
God.
And we see it, and we're starting to see it manifest right before our eyes, man. Everything Esau does from this point on, it walks him to his destruction, man. And it walks us to what? The salvation that's ordained to come for us. Lord willing, we be a part of that number. We got it, bro. You want to finish it out?
Verse 14, Psalm 91. Because He hath set His love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high, because He hath known my name.
And what, like we said earlier in the lesson, knowing the Most High name ain't just you calling on the Most High, it's believing every single work that He's done all throughout these scriptures. That means that you believe in the creation story. You believe on the chosen lineage that runs through Adam, Seth, Enos, all the way down to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and the miracles that was worked all throughout this book, man. That's what you believe in the Most High name means that you believe in the account that was written. You believe that YAHAWASHI was up on that cross. He died, went into the grave, rose after the third day, did miracles. He ascended back to the heavens. Now He's on the right hand side of the Most High. All that entails believing. That's what believing in the name of the Most High means, man.
Because look at their name. It's what they call themselves. One body in YAHAWASHI. They know the name, but they're over here acting like reprobates.
Because guess what? They don't truly believe in the name. You see, the Most High is coming to save those who truly believe in the name and everything the name comes with, man. You see?
Yeah. Let me grab this. Jeremiah 33, verse 14. Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that I will perform that good thing which I have promised unto the house of Israel and to the house of Judah.
Jeremiah what?
33:14.
Can I read that again?
Behold, the days, and I was looking for something tighter because this whole chapter is fire.
Yeah.
But right there, you know.
Yeah, it is.
It says in verse Jeremiah 33:14, Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that I will perform that good thing which I have promised unto the house of Israel and to the house of Judah.
What does that go into? That goes into the promises and the oath that He made unto Abraham. Mm-hmm. That's what He promised to do for His seed after him, and eventually it fell on us. Mm-hmm. And the Most High set everything up for us to come into this, you see? But it starts right now having our mind renewed and walking in that spirit the Most High needs us to walk in, so we can have all these things fulfilled for us.
Okay.
You see, if the Most High He wants to do it, man. He told us He wants to do it. He loves us and He wants to do this for us so He can have joy in us again in our land. And that's what's taking place. And we have faith in it coming to pass because that's what the Most High said He was going to do.
Right. And really, it don't even matter about our volunteer because it's all mandated.
Yeah.
This
is required.
Right.
You want to go home on the first meal, you have to do this.
It don't even matter if you want to stay in bed, bro. Your eyes are gonna wake up. Your body's you're gonna do it. The Lord is gonna make you do it.
Bro, you can't look, man, if you really walk in the spirit, you can't go, you see, 3, 4, 5, 2 weeks without doing a video or doing some type of reading. Maybe you don't do a video a day, but you're doing more reading, or you watch some videos, or you just meditating and praying. It's always something involved with the spirit, man.
Right.
See, you got your schedule might try to, not that Satan gauges your job trying to conflict with you. You find the time to get the videos done. You get your reading. You make it happen, man. You adjust and you make it happen.
It's like a story of a boxer, bro. He has to work before on top of everything. Like Rocky, he was punching the meat because he was working in the meat.
Yup.
You know?
Yup.
Department. And he was using the beef as a body bag.
Yup.
That's how we're doing it. We're running. We're being organized, but we really have active lives when you think about it.
Yep.
We have a life, literally.
Yep.
You're working. Most of all, you're in the truth. You might have a wife or kids or whatever you're dealing with.
You gotta find that. You better find the fucking time.
Right, and that's what life is. We have lives. The rest of these people are losing life, bro.
Like your coworker, when he tells you, all I do is work.
And go home. Or like the other one, I told you where I told him about the crypto dollar, and he's like, I can't go to that, and he's an old guy, and I said, I'm glad I'm not that dude, because he ain't got no fucking hope. What's he gonna do?
Yeah,
he's too old to start over anyways, you know. In his mind, I was thinking like him. I said, this dude he might go home and blow himself away.
Hey, I mean, it's gonna be a common occurrence. Shit.
It says, in those days, and at that time will I cause the branch of righteousness, which is the men of the Lord, to grow up unto David, and he shall execute judgment and righteousness in the land. Mm-hmm. In those days shall Judah be saved, and Jerusalem shall dwell safely. And this is the name wherewith she shall be called, YAHAWAH our righteousness.
That's all gonna run through the Lord YAHAWASHI. He's the one that's he's been given all the control. He's the one that's orchestrating this and making sure the Messiah's will come to pass, man.
Right.
You see, that's what's going on. And guess what? It starts with the faith and believing in the miracles working, because the miracles have to take place for the Most High to be glorified. If ain't no miracles gonna happen, no, you know what I'm saying, out of this world events take place, how the Most High gonna be glorified? This is gonna be a regular walk. Like, bro, some of you dudes might be terrorists, man.
Which, this is in Babylon, right? But let me get one more verse, because this is telling you it's talking about these last days too, though. Mm-hmm. Because King David came after, before Babylon, right? Because he had his son Solomon, and after Solomon, the kingdoms were split, right? And then this is dealing with these last days, because also it says, for thus saith Yahweh, David shall never want a man to sit upon the throne of the house of Israel.
And why is that? Because the Lord YAHAWASHI gonna fulfill that. As the angel told Mary in Luke, he gonna sit upon the throne of his father David forevermore.
And that's when you know that King Mashal was King David, right? Mm-hmm. He was out here telling those devils they ain't shit. YAHAWASHI was coming back.
Yup.
So that fulfills that he don't want another man to have the throne of YAHAWASHI, because what was King Mashal doing? He was telling them about YAHAWASHI.
Yeah, because that's how I feel. For the throne of David, which is what? Mm-hmm. All the 12 tribes together, with us having dominion over all the heathen nations, and the ultimate king is going to sit upon that throne. YAHAWASHI.
That's why it's talking about this Babylon.
Yup. You got to finish those last two verses.
This is Psalm 91 and 15. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him.
There it is. Miracles gonna be worked on our behalf, man. As long as we continue to keep the faith, that's what it's all about. And we're starting to see who has faith and who doesn't, man. And when the pressure really comes, a lot of you groups are gonna fucking collapse, man, because you're not founded upon that foundation, which is YAHAWASHI. That's right. You got it.
Yep, you got that sandy house built on that sandy gravel. You don't have that strong foundation.
This is 1 John chapter 5 verse 1. Whosoever believeth that YAHAWASHI is HaMashiach, is born of the Most High Power, and everyone that loveth him that begat loveth him also that is begotten of him.
Because you can't love one without the other, man. You can't love the Most High without YAHAWASHI. You can't love YAHAWASHI without the Most High. It's a package deal. They're two different entities, but guess what? You have to follow the order the Most High set up for us, the proper lines of communication, man. You don't just go directly to the Most High. You have to go to the Most High through YAHAWASHI. This is why we say Yahawah, BAHASHAM, in the name YAHAWASHI. That's how you get to the Most High, through the Lord YAHAWASHI. You got it.
By this we know that we love the children of the Most High Power, when we love the Most High Power and keep his commandments. For this is the love of the Most High Power, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous. For whatsoever is born of the Most High Power overcometh the world, and this is the victory that overcometh the world, even our faith. Who is he that overcometh the world, but he that believeth that YAHAWASHI is the Son of the Most High Power?
And that's how we get the victory, man. Through our faith in the Lord YAHAWASHI, that he is the Son of the Most High, and he is. He came and did exactly what they say is written. Well, he came and did exactly what's written 2,000 years ago. And how do we know this? Because we're in these last days standing upon our feet, telling you that he did these things. We are the miracle to let you know. Whatever.
Con. This is 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 9. He has saved us and called us to a holy life, not because of anything we have done, but because of his own purpose and grace. This grace was given us in Hamashiach Yahushua before the beginning of time.
Before the world was even given, or before the world was even formed, we already had this grace to come into, man. It was already ordained that Yahushua was going to come and do what he did, so we can come in these last days and do what we're doing right now. It was, like you said, predestinated. It was already predestinated for us to do everything. Every video you do, every time you go into whatever you reading, that was already preordained for you to go into. The topics that you love, that you go into more than others, that's because the Most High got you in that spirit. That's your part of your lot to go in that more than anything else.
Come on, Jeremiah 1:5.
For you to overcome.
Overcome. For you to be put in a situation where you have to fucking adapt and just trust that the Most High got it.
Given certain people in your life, certain
Yup.
women,
Yup.
certain things that you have to overcome. Even illness, bro. You were given even illnesses to overcome by the knowledge of Yahweh Bashim Yashai.
You got the what they call it nowadays, deja vu.
Because all the brothers have different spiritual gifts, and we all have the same spiritual gift, but they're only able to operate at once at a time.
Like you say, the spirit jumps on from brother to brother.
Right.
We're at the camps.
It's lively spirit.
You know? Let me bring this out just to back up what the brother Halakia was saying. Jeremiah 1:5. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. Before thou camest forth out the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations.
Right there, ordained thee. What does ordained mean? He commanded you that you were going to be a prophet.
Yeah.
No matter what you were doing.
It wasn't our choice. You know, that's why it says their righteousness is of me.
Right. Because everything we do, it's really because of him.
Because Yahweh how Yahweh already said YAHAWASHI as being that prophet to establish that order that we're hoping for. You know?
Everything is preordained to play out the way it's playing out. So these niggas who are talking about ain't no miracles coming, it's already ordained for that to happen. Us over here talking about miracles happening and us walking in the right spirit, it was already ordained from the foundation of the world that this is what it's going to be. You see?
That's your part, because bring me back to a point that the song in Spanish talking about his birth. It goes in because of YAHAWASHI, there is life again. You know, without YAHAWASHI, it's all dead. You know,
is that the one you posted recently? Mañanitas.
God.
I listened to it.
This is going into, believing in miracles. Matthew 17:20. And Yahawashi said unto them, because of your unbelief, for verily I say unto you, if ye have faith as a grain of mustard seed, ye shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you.
You see that because what? We have faith in the higher powers, man. We have faith in the Almighty and His only begotten Son. So there's nothing, ain't nothing impossible for them. So guess what? Through our faith, ain't nothing impossible for us. We can fly.
And this is happening. it says the mountains. What are the mountains?
The governments
The governments. And are they not falling?
collapsing,
Because of
corroding.
what we're speaking.
Right.
Yup.
God.
In fact, that Dabu 7, bro, he said America is just the new Olympus.
On that.
You know, how Olympus went into the sea.
Oh, yeah,
And it just said
Atlantis.
Atlantis.
God.
What's the name? Dabu 7 called America Atlantis.
God.
That's what's happening.
That movie called Olympus Has Fallen or something.
Olympus has fallen.
And that was what? The downfall of America.
America.
And you see
That
the
shows
White
you that
House,
America's Greek.
being taken up and being destroyed and being invaded.
Right.
Yeah, you call that movie Olympus Has Fallen. They're telling you right there that the Greeks, the Romans, the Americans, they're all the same
Right.
people.
Because that's actually called Olympus too. Up there.
Right? Because Greek is that where that comes
Right,
from. Olympics.
right.
The Olympics.
And the
That's where
Olympics,
it comes
right.
from.
Yeah. So this I brought up the word bought, and it happens 44 verses. In 44 verses, it happens. It says in 1 Corinthians 6:20, "For ye are bought with a price. Therefore glorify YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI in your body and in your spirit, which are YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI's."
That's what we do, man. Because what? We are a living sacrifice. We are vessels of glorification for the Most High, and that's what we do. We go out here to glorify the Most High. That's what it's all about. When we're on the highways and byways, and even in our daily life, we conduct ourselves as men of the Lord, man.
Right.
You see, walking in wisdom, doing what the Most High said to do, staying the fuck out of trouble, and waiting for the Lord to come and redeem us, man.
Right.
God.
I got one more. 1 Corinthians 7, verse 23. It says, "Ye are bought with a price. Be not ye the servants of men." See, the Lord is going to feed you. Before, you were a servant to man because you wanted that money or whatever thing that we had before in our mind. But now we don't serve like that. We serve Yahweh, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, knowing that we're greater than that. We're greater than the money. We're greater than women. We're greater than all this shit, man.
There's a verse that says that says he that focused on pleasing that woman.
Right.
That's why you gotta learn how to do what? Move and balance, move and wisdom.
Management.
You know what I'm saying?
Even a job, that's like a woman. She takes up your time. 8 hours a day, she wants you.
It's lucky. I don't know why this.
You know? That's why it calls us virgins in Revelation 14, because we've never a job, never given ourselves over to anything. And that's why when Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI was able to get to us, we responded correctly.
Yo, if we wasn't doing those doctrine philosophies, we ain't defiled by that man. So we was able to be put up out of that. Well, shit, if you was even in that, because you weren't full of believing in that BS, and that's why you here now, believing in the truth. Because what? It didn't fully take root in you. Because you see some of your people in that fucking Catholic church, and they fully rooted and unmovable in that thing, man.
So,
why? Because what? It wasn't that they was meant to be taken by that. You know?
Well, there's another word, brother, that when a submarine goes down into deep water,
Submerge.
why doesn't water fill up in that submarine? Because it's sealed. And what does it say? As soon as you believed, you were sealed
with the Holy Spirit of truth.
Right.
You see?
Right? And then when you go into 2 Ezra 8, it tells you that you were sealed from what? Corruption. Sealed from wickedness. So even though you were in wickedness and you might even wanted to give yourself over to the wickedness, it was never allowed.
Why? Because it ain't your will.
It ain't
It's the
your
Most High's will.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Every brother in this truth had things they wanted to do outside of it. But guess what? No, little boy. You supposed to be over here serving the Father.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's in the law, bro. Like a woman, say a woman, right? In our law, say she makes a promise. Well, the husband finds out about the promise and says, "No, that's not gonna stand." Well, do you know that made the agreement void? Because the man has the
authority of the
woman.
That shows you what? The man has a final say so in his house.
That's why even these 2/3, they take the jab, the CHIP, they still belong to the Lord no matter what. But they have to be punished.
Yeah,
just like
that's when they can
gotta
enter
be
the
that
kingdom.
sacrifice.
They can enter the kingdom after death by pain because you disobeyed, even though your brothers was out here telling you not to do that shit. You did it anyway. Now you gotta suffer my wrath. I see. Hey, I love you, but I'm gonna burn your ass up, and I'm
I'm gonna cleanse you through that fire.
Yo, I'll bring you into the kingdom. You gotta go. You hold it. I'm on.
Anybody hold them?
Con.
Bring
Going
that
into
bring that one out there and we'll wrap it up. And we'll
Fine.
close it up.
It's going into like no Israelites that don't have faith. Ecclesiastes chapter 2 and verse 13. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not. Therefore shall he not be defended.
Defended with what? Miracles.
Miracles.
Come on, man. I was meditating on that last night at work. I'm like, bro, it's said right here. Ain't no standard gonna be lifted for you because you don't believe.
You don't want it.
Dude.
Hey, man, you guys who are following those guys over there, man,
Hey.
you stay over there with them. When all hell break loose, don't be bringing your ass over here trying to get built up because you had plenty of time, man. You see?
God. And just like the brother said, hey, our righteousness is of Yahawah. You were reading Isaiah. Was the same thing with these reprobates. Their wickedness is of who? Yahawah. You know, He's the one who gave them that spirit to say, hey, there's no miracles.
They've been ordained to that combination, man.
They fulfill their lot. That's the
God.
perfection.
Yeah. We'll read the last verse here, and we can finish this out. This is, unless your brother holding, you guys, anybody?
You know, I just want to say real quick. You know the talent, the parable about the talent,
God.
because they didn't increase. They're gonna be the interests of Esau.
Yeah.
That's what they are. They're added to Esau's debt. That's why they're gonna be in that lake of fire.
Yeah. Screaming, why didn't I listen?
Right. Remember, the righteous servants did what with their talent? Increased.
God.
They overcame whatever was in their way.
Yeah.
God.
They bared that fruit, you know, that good fruit, you know. Verse Psalm 91 and 16. With long life will I satisfy him and show him my salvation.
And that's what it all is gonna lead to. The miracle being worked for salvation to come and us enter into everlasting life. All of these are miracles that we're reading about, man. This ain't like the elders like love to say. These scriptures are not for the small-minded. These scriptures are not for those who are faint-hearted or who are faithless or who are trying to fucking incorporate Babylon into what the Most High has going on. No, man. These scriptures are for those whose mind is in the heavens, man. You see? And that's the spirit that we're taking into this Passover, which we hope is the last Passover here in Babylon the Great. Lord willing, the next one we'll be taking it, partaking in it in the kingdom of heaven, where we can truly live it up and finally enjoy this earth the Most High created for us. You see? So hey, man. With that, bro, we're gonna give all praise, all honor, all glory to
Yahawah,
BAHASHAM,
YAHAWASHI,
BAHASHAM,
YAHAWAH.
A double honors to the apostles, elders of great millstone for teaching us this truth according to the Bible through the spirit and power of YAHAWAH.